Hi people, welcome to Kat's Intuition. I am Krystal Kat, and today I am going to be showing a like a mini haul, I suppose it could be called. Some are from my mother and some I purchased. I have tarot and oracle to show. I was so surprised by the majority of these decks, well, all of them actually. My mother just surprises me with decks, and I absolutely love it. Everyone is that much more special to me because it was gifted from her. So yes, I'm just gonna pull in no particular order and show them to you. This is the Diablo Tarot, the Sanctuary. Diablo, the Sanctuary Tarot Deck and Guidebook. This deck really surprised me, and I will show you why in just a moment when I open this box. So it has that spot gloss, I guess you could call it. It's raised. It just feels nice. Look at that. Here is the back. It shows you some of the cards. It has a little write-up. I have briefly went through these. I haven't had much time, so I've had these for about 2 weeks, and I haven't even been able to get into it. Yeah, life. So here is the guidebook. I'm not going to do a really long walkthrough of these because in this video I'll have walkthroughs on these individual decks. So if you're interested, let me know which is your favorite, which one you want to see more of. I did read a few pages of this just to get the feel for it whenever I first opened it, and oh my goodness, I really like it. So this is what shocked me about these cards. These are the biggest cards I have ever held. Now, I do have the Sugar Skull Tarot, but those aren't even as big as this. No, not even. These are massive. Look at the size of one card. Look at that. I don't know why I'm getting so much shadow. But the backs are gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, I just love them. So anyways, yeah, we'll just go through some of these just to show you bits of it. They have that really pretty gold foiling. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. I really like the artwork. Now it is dark, but totally my aesthetic. Black and red is one of my most favorite color combos. So yes, I just was so impressed with this deck, and wow, whenever I hold it, again, I have not read with it. I haven't anything other than like first flipping through it really quick just to see it because I was excited to get it in my hands. Yeah, so I'm actually really looking forward to doing a walkthrough on all of these decks because I'll actually be able to spend a lot of time with them the way I usually do in my walkthroughs. It was really funny, and I kind of wish I would have actually opened it on camera because I was not expecting. I've never seen this deck before. I haven't seen it online. I haven't seen even images of it. So this was a complete shock to me, or a complete like new experience, and I kind of wish I would have caught it on camera because when I opened the box I was like, what? Oh my god, I was not expecting the cards to be this massive. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I know I've already shown you, but like it's huge, but I love it. It makes it unique. It makes this deck stand out from any of the other ones that I have, and yeah, I'm so excited to have this one. That is the Diablo Tarot. Oh, and I definitely want to edge it in black. Technically, I could do it in red because there's so much red going on, but I think black. And look at this box. I mean, everything about this deck is just so nice. So nice. So I'm very pleased to have this deck in my practice. It's just a unique deck. Next up, she got me the Tarot of Vampires, which I thought was so nice. Look at this box. So pretty. So your typical Llewellyn box, right? But look at this. Look when you open this box. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, oh. And I love that it's called the Codex of Vampires. I thought that was pretty cool. And of course we have these, you know, the Llewellyn type guidebooks that gives you the full page. I gotta remind myself that I'm not doing walkthroughs of these right now. I'm just showing them. But look at the backs. Oh, I love them. I love the rose, love the lily, love the symbology here. It's perfect. This looks to me like it's on like an ancient crypt, right? Oh, it's so beautiful. So anyways, again, I really love the symbology that they use throughout this deck with the flowers. It's so pretty. I can't actually wait to get the chance to read with these. As you see, they're still in order because I just have not been able to do much these past 2 weeks. Look at this moon card. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Perfect. It was focused and then it wasn't. What happened? Focus. Focus, please. There we go. What's going on? So, yeah, I am going to be homeschooling my daughter. And so I have taken these past couple weeks to really get everything set up and ready to go so that I don't have to fumble with anything the first days of school or, well, any day really. So, yeah, I have just been doing that. It's been really fun to be able to get everything set up and just the way I like it. And I've set up my planners with with our schedule. Did like a little mock schedule to see how I would want things to go. These are so beautiful and so vibrant, right? Oh, I just love it. I just love it so much. My daughter is starting kindergarten, so we are starting from ground zero. I have a son who is starting high school, so big things coming this school year. One starts school for the first time and one is going into high school. That's just so crazy to me that I have a high schooler. I think about that and I'm like, what? This card is so beautiful. It's what's on the cover of the box, and whenever my mom first saw it, she's like, that is so giving Dorian Gray vibes. I was like, you are so right. Love this card. I love this card. She looks like she's all done up, got her hair done. She's in her little black dress, but she just needed to step into her greenhouse real card to revive some of her plants. I love it. I love that these are actual species of flowers. They're very easy to identify. I love it. The art is very, very nice. So clear. I really like these cards. So yeah, so that is the Tarot of Vampires by Charles Harrington and illustrated by Craig Marr. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly or not, but yeah. I almost have all of our homeschool set up, so I will be able to get back into my rhythm of things. Next up is the Tarot of the Magical Forest, and okay, this deck. Now, this deck I have seen before. This deck is, I think, the only one that I did actually mention to her that I would want. And she's like, that is such a weird looking deck. I said, I know, but it's weird in the good kind of way. It is, oh my gosh, it's so funny to me. Let me get the title cards out of here. These are those that have the big eyes, the animals that have the big eyes. They're just so funny to me. So I was like, yeah, I've got to have this. It kind of, I draw, and my art, everyone always says, is kind of creepy. Even when I try to draw cute, they're like, yeah, no. So apparently I have kind of a creepy style of drawing, and it just, these animals totally to me feel like these would be the animals inside of my world, inside of what I draw. Little pig. They're just cute to me. They are. And as you can see, it follows very closely to like original Rider-Waite images. So I actually like that. I like to see Rider-Waite clones when it's like this, like completely different. Like my Lepus Tarot. Oh my gosh, I love that. And it feels like a Rider-Waite clone. Rabbits freak me out anyways, so I think it's really funny to put them in this like weird light with the creepiness. Oh. So anyways, yes. Are any of you homeschooling? Are you new to homeschooling? Have you been homeschooling? I would love to know. And if you have any tips or anything for me, I am all ears. I am open for all advice and information, all of that. Love this stained glass window design in the back. Look how pretty. I'm just now noticing that because, again, I haven't really had time to go through these. That's why I'm looking forward to actually being able to do walkthroughs with these, because I get to really bond and really go card by card and pick out things that I don't normally see. So yes, this is a Los Scarabeo published deck, and that is Tarot of the Magical Forest. Okay, next up is the Labyrinth. Oh my goodness, this box, first of all, is just gorgeous. It's got that spot gloss. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know if that's really what you call it, but it's like, you know, it's like glossy and raised. The sides are so well done. It's got, and the images, I like that you can actually tell who they are. They are done. Oh, I'm just really, really happy with this deck. Oh my gosh. And I like that the box is the Labyrinth. Here is the book. It is a pip deck, of course, inside editions, right? But look at the inside. Oh, do you guys recognize that? What's the inside of it? So the inside is this really pretty plum. Is it plum? Anyways, it's a purple color. These are the nighties that the baby wears, that Toby wears. He is in a onesie with little feetsies that's red and white striped. I thought that was a brilliant touch, really tying in all aspects of this movie. Here are the backs. Oh, I was oohing and awing through this deck. They did a really good job with the characters, except, okay, this is the opening scene of the movie, where she's reciting from her little book, "You have no power over me," all of that, right? And it starts raining, and she's late, and she's running home from the park, and she has her big dog with her. Sheepdog, I believe it's called. So, I think it's so crazy that here you are with the fool who typically has his companion with him, right? Usually a dog. And she actually has a dog with her in the movie, and the fool has a dog, and they left out a dog. Like, what? I was like, come on now. They did so good. I feel they should have drawn her dog with her. It would have been perfect. Like, perfect. I do love this scene, though. I love that they put Sarah as the fool. It's just so perfect. The magician. I mean, Jared, come on. Yes, absolutely. The high priestess. The empress is her stepmom. Is it not focusing? I feel like it is and then it isn't. There we go. Maybe if I zoom in, now it'll focus and you can see my broken nail. This broke like all the way down here on my nail bed. It was so painful. It's just now getting to where it's growing out. Oh my gosh. And then the emperor is Toby's dad and Sarah's dad. The Hierophant, it's perfect that gets Huggle. It's perfect because he's the one that's giving her all the information and all of that. The dancers as, I love this. I love that scene also in the movie. If you can't tell, I'm a huge Labyrinth movie fan. It is just, I love it. I watched it over and over in my childhood and even now as an adult. I know all the songs. It's just, I love it. Him for the chariot, perfect. Love it. See, and that's her dog. That's who should have been on the full card. Here's Strength. Love this. It would have been cool if they put them little at the bottom because, you know, this is that really big, huge, giant robot type thing that they have to get past. The Hermit. Love their character choices. They really did well with the majors. I love when he says, "Oh, it's so stimulating being your head." The Wheel of Fortune, when the little things come up and change the stones where she's been marking with her lipstick. Justice. I love this. She chose down. You know what I don't think they have is the trees. Or the trees. The ones that are like, beware, go back. And Huggle tells him, oh, shut up. And he's like, oh, please, I never get to do this, or something like that. I don't know, it just cracks me up. And the Hangman as Ludo. Oh my gosh, I freaking love this. It's perfect. I love it so much. I had a cockatiel when I was in high school, and I named that cockatiel Ludo. He did this weird, like, call thing, and, oh, I love it. Fate, yes. Temperance, I love these two. He's like, mumble, 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 that's all you do. I love how they bicker back and forth. And I love these funky creatures. Off with their head. Or not off with their head, but take your head off. Let's take your head off. As the demon. The tower is the castle. The star. This is one of her teddy bears that's in her room. I really like those shelves that she has in her room that she has her stuffed animals put into. I really like that. The moon, which is that peach that Huggle has to give her because Jared told her to. Perfect. So perfect. The sun. I usually don't like the depiction of the kid on the horse with the sun, but this, however, is perfect because we have little Toby here. Love the sunflowers. I've heard some people say, like, okay, it's a sun and it's got sunflowers, it's overdone, or that isn't, like, creative enough. I think it's perfect. I love seeing sunflowers in my sun cards. I just do. Judgment, these two. Or four, really, are just so funny. I know I'm taking a little bit longer on this one. I'm not doing a full walkthrough, I know. Look at the world, though. Oh, I just love this so much, and they did so good with the majors, especially. Now, this is a pip deck, as you can see. At least they change it up, though. I love him. Come inside, have a cup of tea. He keeps trying to get her to come inside his little home, this little worm. Come inside and say hi to the missus. And those things that have eyes, they look like plants, but they have eyes. And she, oh, that's just crazy. And you think it's just her until you really look at the scene and you see these big bunches of trash piles moving all around and you realize it isn't just her. There's a whole bunch of them that is hoarding everything. And there's the bear. She actually gives her that bear in the scene too. Like, oh, here's your bear, because she's trying to distract her, you know? So anyways, yeah, these are Ace of Junk. And I think the other one was Poles. So they do rename the suits. Here we have Feathers. So here's one of the fairies, which is so funny that they depict fairies as being evil and they bite in this movie, because ever since I was little, I used to tell stories. My teachers would actually call me out of class, okay, to come into, like, if they had an off time or they had a break and they were talking to another teacher, they would literally call me out of class to tell teachers who I hadn't told my stories to already. And I would tell them stories about fairies and how they were actually evil and everyone thinks that they're nice. And I had this whole thing. So yeah, if you've watched any of my walkthroughs, especially like the Hush Tarot or the Oracle of the Lost Soul or Journey of the Lost Soul and some others, my imagination just kind of goes a bit crazy, and so yeah, apparently I've been like that since I was little, and teachers liked it, apparently. Here we have Pots, and these are like the little creatures that live in the kingdom, you know, in the little town in the kingdom. So anyways, I spent probably way too much time on that. I did not intend to. I mean, I love all the other ones, but I guess this one is because I don't know. Just feels special because I liked this so very much. So yeah, so that's the Labyrinth Tarot. The next one that she surprised me with is the Universal Monsters. Now, I had not even seen this. I had not seen pictures. I had not seen videos. I had not seen anyone showing it off. I mean, obviously, I didn't even know it existed. So I was so pleased to get this, especially, you know, Halloween is right around the corner. And even if it wasn't, honestly, I just love all this kind of stuff. Look at the inside. Love the inside. It looks like the inside of like a vampire's coffin, right? Little guidebook. I haven't gone through. So they give you like really good images. You know, they give you an image here and a write-up. And then the majors, you get one full thing there. So that's nice. Oops. In here. The inside again. Yeah, it totally looks like a coffin, right? It looks like we have scratch marks here and maybe like a drop of blood. I really like that. Here are the backs. Now, I'm not big on eyeballs, but I'm okay when it's just like one. There is a new tarot out that is one that she showed me. She's like, do you think you even like this? And it's actually a new deck. I wish I could remember now what it was called. It actually has the word eye in the title, like the mind's eye, or oh man, I don't know, but it is a new deck that's out, and I just couldn't. It was nothing but eyeballs on every single card. That's too much for me. Which is a shame because the art is really pretty. I like it. It's a dark aesthetic, but yeah. So I like these. They are reversible, and I like everything about it. It's just really pretty. The bones, planes, the moon, lightning, all of that. I think that they did really well in choosing these as well. We have Frankenstein's monster here, and they're like a mad scientist for the magician. And I think they do tell you, in the book, the characters, or as in, what am I trying to say? I'm so sorry. They tell you who the characters are in the book, I believe. And I just really like the feel of this deck. Again, Halloween is coming out, but even if it wasn't, I love Halloween, so for me it could be a year-round thing, right? And I like dark aesthetics. I'm probably repeating myself at this point, but I like the borders. It's a very minimal type border, but I mean it fits. It goes well. Just the tower, I really like that one. So yeah, I like it's fun but serious at the same time. And what I mean by that is like fun because it's a cool themed deck, but it's not as playful as say like the Halloween tarot. Do you know what I be saying? And we do have renamed suits, so we have candles. Really love this. So it is a pip deck, but it's more illustrated. I really like that. Kind of like the Villains tarot. It's pip, but not. Like they just did a really good job. Then we have crypts. What did we have? Candles, and now we have crypts. This is such a beautiful picture. I love it. I love how the roses are intertwined. It's perfect. Look at that. Oh, yes. I love the imagery that they chose. I love how they did these. Love, 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 love. Then we go into claws. I like that one. I like how it's posed. And then we go into, castles. Oh my gosh, I love castles. I want a castle of my own. My dad and I always like kind of fantasize, if we had our own castle, what would we do with the grounds, and what would we need space for, and how many wings would we have in our castle? And yeah, that's actually what I really liked about the Tarot Nuage, is that It's like this whole world, and yeah, I have a walkthrough. If you want to see it, it's a long, too much to get into right now. But yes, I love it because I love big, huge mansions, and I love watching, looking at abandoned mansions and old castles, and oh, I love it. So, okay, that was the Universal Monsters Tarot. Okay, so I have one more tarot to show, and then we're going to do the last two oracles. So those were the 5 that my mother just surprised me with recently, and then this one is one that I purchased. This is the Tildwick. This is the 10th anniversary. This deck is very fascinating. It has been lightened. The backs have been lightened. This edition comes with a guidebook. I know the other ones did not. It is beautifully gilded. I really like it. Now this one I have read with already. Again, I was so busy with school prep that I haven't been able to play with my tarot as much. This deck really makes my imagination go crazy. And I love it. I love it so much. If you watch my Hush Tarot walkthrough, I go into this whole story of where my imagination takes me with that, and I feel like this would be the castle or the mansion that I'm talking about in that deck. So that deck is looking at all of the dolls that the man created, again, in my fictional story that I created behind that deck. Not what the author had intended, right? This is just my own thing. And I go into how he created his own toys and his own paintings, and how he's estranged from his family and he lives in this big, huge mansion. And this would be it. That only shows the outsides, like the grounds. This shows the inside and more in-depth looks at the fountains and the gardens, and I love it. I love it so much. This just feels like a really deep deck. This is the Tildwick Tarot 10th edition. All right, so next up are the Oracle decks, and this is the Divine Nature Oracle. I literally bought this just to accompany one of my tarot decks. I already have it out of the box. I have been reading with this for a little bit. This is not as new to me as the other ones I'm showing, but I haven't shown it, so I figured I would. It is still kind of a recent purchase, I believe. It comes with this really pretty green. These have a specific name, don't they? I mean, I know it's a drawstring bag, but anyways, so this is the Divine Nature Oracle, and I absolutely love it. I feel like this is like a luxury oracle, okay? I feel like they dress up tarot a lot, like I just showed you, like say with the Tildwick or other ones that have gilded edges, and this just, oh my gosh. And let me see if I can pick it up. Well, it's really only picking up glare, but these little like filigree images here, they are golden and they shimmer, and each of these little flowers is like embossed as well. I can't pick it up because it's not picking up in the light. I feel like it's not doing it justice, but this whole thing here is also like gold gilded, and then so yeah, it's so pretty. And I love that the backs are all these different colors, or like this rustic design. It's not just a solid color. Really like that. I really feel like this is a very intuitive deck as well. I don't really necessarily think you even need the guidebook with this deck. Of course, it is great to read just so you know what the author intended behind it. But yes, I'm a very intuitive reader, so I really just like to go off the images when accompanied with my tarot readings, and this is just beautiful. I really like it. I'm really happy to have this in my collection. I'm happy that I went ahead and got it. So yes, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have any of these decks? Do you want any of them? Do you dislike any of them? Have you had them and then got rid of them? Let me know. Let's talk. And which is your favorite out of all of these? Really, really, really pretty. I love the feel of this. It's so mellow, and I really like that. I really like that. It's not going to compete with the tarot that I pair it with. All right, so the next is the Wisdom of Hafiz. You guys have probably seen this a lot. This is also new. Now this I have not read with. The box is really pretty though. Look at all that. Floral and like manzala art. Really pretty. Now this one is a smaller. This is by the same. No, it's not. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Yeah, it is. Oracle by Angie Sullins, written by Angie Sullins, but the art is different, and I actually thought that they were by the same person. This one is by Silas Tawal. This one is by Greg Spalinka. So, okay, I thought it was the same. Now, I do wish that these backs were more toned down, more like my Nature of the Divine. This one is also gilded. It's a different gilding color than the Nature of the Divine, but still really pretty, all the same. I don't like the pinks. I don't like how the pink overtakes. I do like this flower image right here. I like it, obviously, because I brought it into my practice, but I just wish that the pinks were more toned down. I think these will be great also to accompany tarot readings. Some are less busy, like, for instance, this one compared to, say, this one with the peacock seems really busy. So I feel like you get a good mix-up of cards. See here what I'm talking about with the pink. I'm not big on... I'm very picky with the color pinks that I like. I like more of a blush pink, very soft. But I still like it. I feel like this is a very springy deck, very summery deck, right? I really do like this one. And again, these can be read totally intuitively. I feel like the keywords, if you're one that likes keywords, I don't necessarily have to have them. For instance, like my Seed and Sickle, it does not come with keywords, and I love that because it just is complete intuitive reading. But these are actually really nice keywords. It's very simple and to the point. Some oracle cards, I feel like they have weird keywords. Like, it almost like ruins the card. I think I'm really picky about my oracle cards. But these are very, these make sense. They're not really weird and just out there meanings or titles. I wish I could think of an example, but I can't right now, of course. So yeah, these are really pretty. They are the same exact size as of the Nature of Divine, and the Divine Nature Oracle that I just showed, and I'm tempted to kind of merge these two, take out any repeats, because I know, now I haven't read with this one, but I have read with the other one, and I know that there is a Create card in here and a Create one in the other one, and I think there's one more kind of repeat. Now the images, of course, are different, but I could either leave them both in or pick my favorite and leave that one in, but I'm really tempted to merge the two and just have an even bigger oracle deck to work with, but I don't know. All right, so that is the Wisdom of Hafiz, and that is it, you guys. That wraps it up. So again, let me know, what do you think of these oracles? What do you think of these tarot decks? I am so happy with all of them. That doesn't feel like it's going in correctly. What's going on? Chaos. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I love hearing your thoughts and your takes and your opinions on the stuff that I show. I appreciate when you guys interact with me. It just makes it all worth it. It makes it that much more fun. I love hearing you guys' input and your own stories, and yes, so feel free to let me know what you think. All right, you guys. That one had too much glare. It was ruining the layout. All right, nothing but love, guys. Bye.